Some people are trying to argue that Megan Thee Stallion only went #1 because of Nicki Minaj. There are several reasons why Megan Thee Stallion went #1, and Nicki Minaj is at the bottom of those reasons. Let's talk about it.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
What's going on, you all? I want to talk about why Megan Thee Stallion won, why Megan Thee Stallion is winning, and why a lot of people are interested in supporting her. And I want y'all to listen because it's something I've been thinking about the last couple of days, and listening to some of the, arguments and some of the barbs and some of the commentators and culture commentators or whatever. I heard Charlemagne on the Breakfast Club say that, the barbs are the reason why Megan Thee Stallion went #1. Them listening to it and, people wanting to engage with it because of Nicki Minaj being on Instagram Live and taking shots and all that other stuff. And I feel like that is not the reason. I feel like that is some of the reasons, but I feel like it's a whole pie. So we start off with a, 100%, like 100%. And out of those percentages, some stuff outweighs others. So one, the song is good. His is good. That is 60% of the reason. The song is good. It's easy on the ears. It's a new, fresh beat. It is actual rap. There is no gimmicky type of situation going on with a sample of something that came out a year or so ago, because all music is sampled in some type of way. But this is a new, fresh beat, and Megan is owning this track. It sounds amazing. Megan Thee Stallion has made other hits, other singles and things that have done very, very well. And I think that to discredit her, to say that Nicki Minaj being on Instagram helped it go #1 doesn't make any sense, because if that's the case, Nicki Minaj's songs should still be on the charts as close to Megan Thee Stallion's, but it's not. It's not at all. Now the bars will come up with so many reasons why it's not #1, it's not #10, it's not all of these things. So how are we going to argue and say that Nicki made her get the #1 and she can't keep her stuff on the charts? She can't even keep an album that she put out last month in the top 10s. Like, let's be completely honest. I do not like that folks are trying to discredit Megan's hard work. Also, let's move on. The rollout. The rollout. Like, how you look at your credit score and they say, hey, 30% is you making your payments on time, credit history and all that. That's how we're looking at this. Her and this rollout definitely was important. It had a consistent creative direction from the very beginning. Cobra, Snake, she released the song. People didn't like it. It wasn't boppy, it wasn't all that. It was depressed. It was to me poetry. It was good. I loved it. It's not a banger that I'll listen to at the club, but it is something I play when I'm in a specific type of mood. It is a song I feel like does have some longevity going down. I feel like folks will remember this moment or come back to this song when they are in a specific time in their lives, and this song will pull them out. Two albums that always pull me out of a depressive state and help me when I am sad and depressed is Never Say Never and The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Period. Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, when I listened to it when I was in middle school, kept me from unaliving myself. I promise you that. I promise you, several songs on that album speak to me and held me down. Period. Never Say Never, I play that if I'm going through a breakup or about to get in a relationship, because Brandy is just that girl. Period. Shout out to the Vocal Bible. Period. The rollout again for Megan Thee Stallion's Hiss was good. It was consistent. The Snake, Hiss. She had a creative thought. Hiss. When she said, hey, this is about, you getting too close to a snake and I'm about to bite, like the snake hisses at you. Creativeness. We see in the music video, Megan Thee Stallion is in a egg. She already did other video where she, did the snake thing. Now she is in a egg, and the visuals and stuff are giving us imagery of a snake, and it's just genius. It's just genius. It made sense. It made sense. The rollout, her showing pictures and stuff, behind the scenes, all of this. This is her putting out the stuff and paying for it out of her own pocket. Her paying for it out of her own pocket. and having a team that understands the vision that she's trying to put out. It ain't. The rollout makes a difference. It makes a lot of difference. And people are trying to say, oh, well, you know, Roc Nation, you know, bought it and did this. Roc Nation did what they're supposed to do, manage their artists, support them, and help them get where they need to go. Period. When you go to the song, it says Hot Girl Productions LLC. Now Megan Thee Stallion has signed a deal where she owns her masters. All of the new music she's putting out, she owns it. She owns it. Now folks are trying to say, well, why she wasn't able to do this with Traumazine and all that. She was signed to this other label and dealing with mess. The label did not want to support her. She did not have the right team, folks. She was fighting tooth and nail to get things done. They were not working. Her Carl was giving 1501 was giving her hell. So we can't say that it was Megan's fault when she was sitting here fighting her label, trying to put out music and getting out the contract. Now we're seeing this song. It sounds good. It sounds amazing. Every artist is not going to be able to get a top 10, a number one, and all the other stuff. And it shouldn't even be about it being number one or a top 10. It should be about it being a good song. It shouldn't be about numbers. Even Nicki Minaj was quoted in an interview several years ago where she said it's not about numbers. She feels like everybody's so interested in numbers. Put out good music. Beyonce has talked about that. Y'all put out songs, y'all burn out. What happened to putting out good quality music? What happened to that? And we're not seeing that. And now that Megan Thee Stallion has her creative control over her stuff and she is now in a place to be able to put out good music, she's doing that. She's doing that and she's sharing the journey of her doing that. She is talking about it and I am happy for her. This song was going to do top 10 no matter what. Like it was going to do top 10 no matter what. The song sounds good. If you pay attention to the charts, the song is not falling off of the charts quick like some other folks. People didn't listen to this song and turn it off to get back at Nicki Minaj. They listened to the song because it was good. And that's good marketing. Everybody does it. Nicki Minaj has been taking shots at everybody and still has not been able to keep consistently being on the charts. She's been poking at Megan Thee Stallion for a minute. We've heard her reference several things in songs. She brung up the Tory Lanez stuff. She has done that. Other folks have done that. And the songs do not stay. So it's not making sense. So if we're saying, oh, da-da-da-da, like why is that not happening? Why is that not happening? Also, Megan is in the beginning of her career. Like when she came out, we were entering the pandemic. So y'all are trying to hold Megan Thee Stallion to a standard that y'all fave can't even meet. And I'm not understanding why. The fact that Megan Thee Stallion is still very much relevant coming out of the pandemic, because to be honest, a lot of artists have not been able to recover from the pandemic. They have not been able to stay afloat and be able to put out music and people enjoy it past the pandemic. A lot of them have fallen off, and we can name some of those girls, but I'm gonna be really nice on this video. And some of them girls are throwing themselves to the wayside to be a do girl, and I just do not understand it because they are too talented to be doing that. People wanted to support this single because they like Megan Thee Stallion. The interest and the public opinion on Megan Thee Stallion is good. It's never been better. The whole thing, everything she's been doing since the verdict, how she's been moving, how she was not online, she wasn't doing anything for a while, and how she's moving now, it is how an artist should be. Y'all should be taking notes. She's not on Twitter liking tweets. She's not taking jabs. She's not doing any of the things everybody else has done. It'd be unfortunate when she got into it with Nicki Minaj. She would get on and say stuff and da-da-da-da, and it would be a continuous mess. Megan Thee Stallion, not to compare, but that's not Megan Thee Stallion's route. Megan Thee Stallion is keeping it in the music. She's not engaging. She's not liking stuff. She's not in the mess. She's not interested in being in the mess. She keeps getting baited, and she's not taking the bait. This big fish ain't interested in little fish. She is not, because Megan Thee Stallion sees the light, and she is on her way there. She is on her way there. People wanted to support Megan Thee Stallion. Now, since we're talking about the percentages earlier, for some of the barbs and fandom who want to say that the song went #1 because of Nicki Minaj, I will give it maybe 5-10%, maybe 5-10% of folks being curious, listening, But the Barbs, if it's so many of them, they're not listening to the song. They're not interested in listening to the song long term. So what's going on? So are the Barbs big, or are they listening to the song and they are big? Like, it's not making sense. But, you know, it's a good song. Now, I do think that Nicki Minaj did not help the situation. Nicki Minaj, in all honesty, should have obliterated Megan Thee Stallion in a single. Nicki Minaj wanted a back-to-back moment like Drake had with Meek Mill, and she was not able to produce it. She was not able to produce it with Remy, which I feel like that was the beginning stage of exposing maybe Homegirl is all talk. Now, we've heard Nicki Minaj rap some good bars and all that, but now there's other girls out here. There's other girls out here pushing their pens and doing the things and making it happen. So Nicki Minaj, being a veteran in the game for so long, was not able to offer a track that was hot with a fan base who are ready to go to war for her, and the song was not good. It's telling of her as an artist, as a person who is in charge of her creativity. It's not there. Maybe she's tapped out. Maybe if she did not have so many yes people around her, she would be pushing herself beyond what she's been giving the last couple of years. And that's on her. I mean, she should take a note from what Cardi B said back in 2018. You need to hone onto your craft and stay out of this mess. I will say there were people like myself who were interested in supporting Megan Thee Stallion even more. Like, I haven't bought a digital anything off iTunes. I didn't even know how to do it. But I did it for Megan Thee Stallion. I did that, and a lot of other people did that, because everyone can relate to a bully or somebody harassing them in any form or way in their lives. Everybody can relate to a person at a job, or someone they went to school with, or dealing with someone who was doing them wrong consistently, and they would push beyond the point of breaking. Everyone can relate to that moment. Everyone can relate to that. And people related and humanized with Megan Thee Stallion. And for the Barbs to say, well, y'all only support it because y'all don't like Nicki. Y'all are saying the quiet part out loud. It's not a hate train. It is Nicki driving the hate train and crashing. Nicki is driving her own hate train, and she has no idea where she's going. If we want to talk about creativeness, Gag City should have been something came up with a couple of months ago. We shouldn't be relying on AI to produce this. It should have been something that Nicki Minaj and her team was coming up with and teased and put out and had a consistent thing. Where are the music videos? Where are the music videos of Nicki Minaj being in Gag City? Where are they? Nicki Minaj does not have the budget, and she does not have the creativity to be able to put this stuff together. Because right now, she should be doing that. She has a whole tour that's coming out right now. And she should be out here putting music videos and stuff out, and it's not happening. I think that the fans are scared to admit that Nicki Minaj just doesn't have it right now. She does not have it. She does not have the support of her label behind her. And it's not because the labels don't like Nicki Minaj or whatever. The labels like money. The labels like money. And if they don't see any value in the artist, they're not going to support them. Look what has happened, unfortunately, to Saucy Santana. Look what is happening to the City Girls right now. Like, if the label is not feeling like they're going to get a return and they saw some losses, they are not going to spend any more money. And for the Barbs to be saying all these things about Megan being broke and all this other stuff, why is the label that Nicki Minaj signed with not ready to spend money on an artist who they feel like can make a lot of money? It's not making sense. The labels can see what has actually happened. They have demographics and stats and statistics and all those numbers and stuff that say, hey girl, we can only allot this, like we're not spending that type of money. So if I was Nicki Minaj right now, I'll be out here working on a sickening music video. I'll be working on some stuff heavy in the stew. I'll be in the stew, like working, but she's not doing that. And, you know, I hate to bring her up, but I will. Like, because I feel like something needs to reach to her, and then the truth needs to be said and needs to be documented. Megan Thee Stallion won this on her own right. And she's continuously winning. She's continuously winning. And I'm not a girl to believe in karma and stuff like that, but I do feel like the public wants to support Megan Thee Stallion. The public is disgusted by Nicki Minaj's actions towards this girl. This is not rap beef. This is you making fun of a woman who has experienced abuse. This is you making fun of someone who has lost a mother. A lot of folks can relate to that. And it's just disgusting and dehumanizing. And Nicki Minaj, you have turned off a lot of people. You even turned off some folks in your fan base. They're just not willing to admit it right now. They're not willing to admit it, but you are driving your hate train and you are full steam ahead. And girl, and Gag City ain't even Gag City no more. It is Raccoon City. It's full of zombies and it's full of the T-virus. Megan Thee Stallion won this on her own right because the song is amazing and the rollout was sickening. Those are the big parts. The rollout and the song being good. 80% of that. The rollout makes a big difference because even if you have a lot of eyes on you, if the stuff is not good, it's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Like, there were a lot of eyes on Nicki Minaj to respond in 24 hours. She was too busy on Instagram. She was too busy on Instagram doing live streams and all the other stuff. She had eyes on her, and when the eyes came and they listened, they didn't enjoy what they got. And that is telling for somebody who has consistently said that they're the queen of rap. And ain't nobody gonna take their spot and their crown and stuff. And this is the moment to prove that you are that girl, and you were not able to do it. So I think that's why she's silent on Twitter right now. I think she's feeling it like, oh girl, the girls really ain't featuring you. No, they are not, girl. No, they are not featuring you right now. And the only reason why some celebrities are gagging over you and talking about you in interviews and stuff and saying stuff, nice things, is because that's just celebrity. But I guarantee you they're not supporting you and living for you in private. They're just saying that to be in good graces and not be dragged online. If you need for people to fear you in order for them to love you, that's not love. That's something else.